An electric socket. We see this once strange object on the wall every day. We know it provides us with electric current, but what kind of current? And whom can we thank for the convenience of a continuous supply of electricity? Our story begins in the mid-19th century, when one of the most outstanding scientists that ever lived was born in what is today Croatia. Nikola Tesla. Tesla's ingenuity manifested itself at an early age. He could multiply three-digit figures in his head, learn entire books by heart, and visualize words he had heard. Thanks to these abilities, he needed no plans or models for his inventions. He could plan and test everything mentally, and if his inventions functioned in his head, he built them. Tesla completed his studies in Europe. He spent a few years in Budapest, where he met inventor Theodore Puskás and worked at the telephone exchange Puskás had invented. One day, he was strolling with a friend in a park when all of a sudden he drew the plan of the alternating current electric motor in the sand. After having thought about it for 5 years. 1 year later, in 1883, he built the first experimental working model in Strasbourg. Tesla then traveled to America because he wanted to work with the inventor of the light bulb, Thomas Edison, personally. But their relationship soon turned hostile. Edison refused to pay Tesla his due of $50,000 for the development of direct current machines. So Tesla decided to sell the rights to his alternating current dynamo, transformer, and motor to the Westinghouse Electric Company. This was the beginning of the War of Currents. The fight between the alternating and direct currents turned vicious. Edison stopped at nothing to convince the public of the dangers of alternating current. He even tortured and killed animals with it publicly. Tesla reacted to this slander by turning showman and conducted experiments with alternating currents in front of a large audience without harming anyone. The battle was won by alternating current. All over the world today, electricity networks function with single and multi-phase alternating current. And induction motors are also used worldwide in industrial and domestic devices. The peak of Tesla's career was the realization of a childhood dream: harnessing the thundering power of Niagara Falls to light up the town of the same name. Encouraged by his success, he came up with ever more outlandish ideas. For example, a wireless global communication network. But these were too much for the public and investors to accept. His career came to an abrupt halt and never recovered. He lived like a hermit the rest of his life, dying on the 7th of January, 1943. The SI unit of magnetic induction was named after him. His ingenuity gave the world the ignition systems of internal combustion engines, the remote control, and the concept of vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, among many other inventions. Sadly, many of them were either lost or have remained closely guarded secrets. Legends and anecdotes still linger about Tesla and his inventions. We can only hope to find out the truth about them one day. One thing is certain, however: he fought valiantly so we can use the safer alternating current in our homes.